Well, this prayer letter follows hot on the heels of our last update, and it's just an attempt to get a bit more in sync with towards the beginning of the month, and a bit more regular. And with this video, we want to launch the video version of our prayer letter. And many churches at the moment, because of the coronavirus situation, are meeting via Zoom. And a number have asked us if we can just record a little video clip with news, and we thought, well, why not just try a video version of our prayer letter? So from now on, when your email arrives with the various options to actually read it on the text or download, you can also hit on a button which will let you see and download the video version as well, and hopefully it will be useful in Zoom meetings, or even when churches meet together. Instead of reading out the prayer letter, you can project the prayer letter and get our news that way. So just let us know what you think and if you find it useful. Well, since we last wrote, we've finally moved into our new house. We're just getting settled in, trying to get everything put in its place, getting rid of the boxes, and doing bits and bobs. There's always plenty to do. It's an older house, so it'll keep us occupied. Now, when we wrote last time, Jacob was in hospital. He was actually in hospital for 7 days and was released just in time to help with the final push for the move. Now, the doctors eventually decided that he hadn't had a full-blown outbreak of his Crohn's, but on reviewing his history and looking at the notes and everything and their situation, they decided that it was time to operate. So he's now waiting for an operation to remove a small part of his intestine, the bit that seems to give the worst problems. But health-wise, while he's waiting, he seems fine, although he's in the process of coming off steroids that they put him back on when he was in hospital, and we're just hoping that the process of coming off, which seems a bit quicker this time, that he won't have any problems or any side effects. So having him around has been great as we've moved in, especially because just the few days after we moved in, I fell off my motorbike on the way to work. And it wasn't just that I fell off, but anyway, I ended up incapacitated for a week, so it was good to have Jacob do all the jobs that I should have been doing and wanted to be doing and couldn't. Well, Judith, Thomas and Liz continue with their work, and Jacob is still waiting to be called for work, maybe in the wind generator factory, or he's also looking at other places as well, but he really needs something fairly soon, and we would ask you to pray for that, especially. At Editorial Peregrino, Matt's been involved, I've been involved with the organising of the Passion for the Gospel conference. It was a virtual conference that was held on the 7th of November, and usually it's very busy leading up to the conference, but this year, because it was virtually, I wasn't as involved with that, but now the work starts as we try to I'll begin to send out the free books to over 1,000 people. It was a great conference. There were 1,600 people from around the world registered, and so in many of those places there've been families around watching, where one person had registered watching around the computer or the TV or the mobile or whatever. That was a great time. It was tremendous preaching. If you can get into the Pasión por el Evangelio website, that'll be we'll try and get that. If that's on the prayer letter, in the printed prayer letter, the website say you can hear John Piper speaking. He spoke tremendously on the whole idea of joy and suffering, and it's very, very helpful, certainly worth listening to, and it's in English, which is why I mention it. At present, we've got some books in the pipeline. We're hoping to see produced very shortly the series from Christian Focus Publications, which is a 9-mark series of first steps, especially designed for people who've not been in church really, not come from a church background, and they're not used to all the jargon and not used to reading perhaps as Christian books. And so great little booklets that we're looking forward to having when we mention them a bit nearer the time when we get them into print. While I was preparing these news, it came to mind the words of an old hymn. Just seemed particularly applicable for the times that we're living in, and so I'd just like to finish with the hymn. I'm not going to sing it, don't worry, but as we close, just thanking you for your prayers and your interest. Just think with me on the words of this lovely old hymn. I do not know what lies ahead, the ways I cannot see, yet one stands near to be my guide. He'll show the way to me. I know who holds the future, and he'll guide me with his hand. With God, things don't just happen. Everything by him is planned. And as I face tomorrow, with its problems large and small, I'll trust the God of miracles and give to him my all.